Morning, Zilindile. How are you doing? Welcome to Happy People News.
Good morning, Sis Portia. I'm doing well, and how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What's happening? You look like you're on your way to work.
No, it's just that the kids in the house are occupying my space, and then my work office is quite far, and it's on a weekend. So
Mm,
I thought maybe I should go to the car and then relax there, so that I can have that undivided focus, so that we can
yes,
talk.
yes. So tell
Yes.
us what you do. You are in the what is it? Wi-Fi. What space are you in? Telecommunication space?
Yes. Yes, we are in telecommunication space, and then later on we added the renewable. Maybe just to go a
Mm,
bit of my background.
mm,
So I am Zilindile. My surname is Ncibi.
mm,
Originally, I'm from Eastern Cape.
mm.
I came to Gauteng. It was in 2011. I was a
Yeah.
trainee in mechanical engineering.
Okay. Kudala lapha
So
mos.
I came as a trainee. My aim back then was to study until I get the PhD, study mechanical engineering.
Mm,
But things happened. I dropped out at master's level. That's where I
mm,
dropped out. But I was more into entrepreneurship.
mm,
So I was convinced that there is more that we can achieve.
mm.
Because the engineers are considered as people that are problem solvers.
Yes.
And then it happened in 2020. That was in 2020 when there was our very first lockdown.
Mm,
So in 2020, we were told to go and work at home.
mm,
But there was not much internet because I was still staying in Sabokeng Zone 14, that is a township.
mm,
Back then, on that first lockdown, I
mm,
had a struggle now of connecting in those Zoom meetings because at
mm,
work we did not really
mm,
close
mhm,
because I was working for Transnet, so the trains had to go. So, but now we had those weekly meetings, but it was a struggle for me. The connection was very poor.
mm,
Up until someone told me about the fiber, and then I had no clue about the fiber. And then I saw the lady that was selling fiber.
mm,
And then after I told her about my address, she just laughed at me and said, "No, you are in the township.
mm,
Just forget about the fiber.
mm,
You won't get fiber. Maybe even in the next 3 years, there won't be
mm,
fiber in your area. Or
mhm,
now
mhm,
it's still only in the suburbs, the fiber rollout."
mhm,
And then I went to another service provider to get the contract of
mm,
the SIM card
mm,
and the router.
mm,
Unfortunately, in my area, there was no network coverage, so I
mm,
could not use the router. I
mm,
had to use my cell phone whenever there's an incoming call or SMS. It would take me out of the meeting. So that was
mm,
the struggle now
mm,
because there was no internet, there was no proper internet, there was no
mm,
reliable internet.
mm,
And then hence now we are into the internet because that is where we have discovered that there is not much attention that is given to the townships when
mm,
it comes to affordable, reliable internet.
mm.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So,
So how is it going? So
so
are you rolling out in the rural and township? Those are the areas that you're focusing on.
yes, our focus. If I were to talk about this just briefly about the four types of internet, how do we access the internet?
Right.
There was that old way, the old way whereby we used to connect the computer on those telecom lines,
Right.
and then we will have the internet, or we'll
Mm,
connect our computers. And it will still be very slow. And
mm,
then there is now the so-called LTE.
mm,
So the LTE is whereby the SIM card is involved. You are using the SIM card, you put it on your router. That is the LTE.
mm,
It has got some challenges because if there is no load shedding, and
mm,
then you find that you can't really access the internet because there's a load shedding, and in some areas there is no network coverage at all. So
mm,
you start with LTE. Then now
mm,
there's what we're doing, the wireless.
mm,
The wireless, we put the tower, a smaller nyana pole, more like your DSTV dish,
mm,
and the white dish, we put it in your house, and then we are getting an internet directly from our towers now. we're giving it to your house. We are giving you the speed. We can give you the same speed that you get from the fiber. But as we know, to get the fiber, it's a very expensive exercise. You can't just get it only in your house. To get the fiber, the decision must be taken that now those fiber network companies, they have to take the decision that now we are coming to this area, we are coming to do the digging so that we can roll out the fiber. But now if you are on that area, you want a reliable internet, that means you will never access it until they decide to do so. So with the wireless now, we can only pick and choose you only, and then we give you the internet according to the speed that you want.
So what are your rates like? So for example, I know that with fiber and even wireless internet, your area must be conducive enough to connect, right? You check the area where a person is located before they can actually connect.
We check the area.
Right.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
All right.
Because your house need to be visible now from our towers.
Yes.
So if it's visible from our towers, we call it a clear line of sight. We do a clear line of sight.
Right.
But these days, we have found a better solution. We're no longer doing those old traditional towers that are very expensive.
Right.
Now we are looking for the highest space, and then on the highest space now, that is where we can do the so-called pop-up towers. We can do the pop-up tower so that we can service a particular area. And then once we densify that pop-up tower, we start another area now. So that's what we do currently.
Okay, but now you're speaking to a layman now. So if a person wants to connect with you, right, support your business and use you as a service provider, how do they get hold of you and what options you have available? I see you've got optic fiber internet connectivity, you've got your wireless internet connectivity, and then you also have voice over internet protocol, which is VoIP, right? So meaning that I can actually use your service to make calls at an affordable rate, right?
Yes,
the
that's
VoIP
correct.
calling,
Yes.
all right? And then I see you also have solar energy solutions, and you also have smart home automation and security. Okay, now going back now to the services that most people need, which is internet and VoIP calling. What are your rates like? How do people get a hold of you? And then are you affordable comparatively? Because your industry is highly competitive. There's rain, there's multiple companies that offer internet connectivity solutions. How would you say you compared to those and price-wise?
Yes, let's start with the wireless internet.
Right.
You know, with CASA, there is a license that you have to obtain before you can sell the internet.
Yes.
At this moment, because our company is fairly new,
Right.
we registered we went live. That was this year on March.
All right.
That is when our company went live to sell the internet. So
Right.
our license is limiting us only to sell to sell internet only in Citibank. But as it stands right now,
right.
if you were to check the prices in Citibank, we are the most affordable when it comes to prices of the wireless. We are the most affordable because our 6 megabytes, we're starting very low. Get a 6 megabytes at 450 rands. Yes, so we are very affordable. Yes, if we're looking at the companies that we're competing with, we are, because our aim was the township. We're aiming at giving people in the township the fast and reliable internet.
6 megabytes or 6 gig?
No, it's a 6 megabytes per second.
Oh,
we are not selling yes, so that's where the difference is, because we are selling the speed. We are not selling the gigs like your LTEs with the SIM card. Yes. So we are more into speed. Yes, you buy 6 megabytes, we give you LTE that. Yes. Because some people, they are gamers, and then yes, and then when they are doing those games, they need a certain type of speed. So that's what we are giving them. We give you the speed that is required by any device that you are using.
Oh, interesting. That's so interesting. All right. And then
So
with regards to the VoIP, because I need one, I need a VoIP phone. Can you connect a person anywhere in the country, or is it also limited to
yeah.
Sedibeng?
No, with the VoIP, it's a very interesting one with the VoIP because we can do it nationally. As it stands right now, with the VoIP, we are there's this so-called work from home,
Right,
but at
yes.
the same time, you want to keep your office phone, so you don't have to miss your calls because
Yes,
now we are working from home.
yes.
So the VoIP system, there is an app. It's in two ways. You can have the phone in your office, the hardware phone in your office. At the same time, you will have the app on your cell phone. Now, it's very easy to do the settings. We can do the settings for you. If let's say you have a reception, and then if they don't pick up the phone, those calls will come to the app on your cell phone.
I
It's just an
see.
app, and then when you want to make an outgoing calls, those outgoing calls, you can make them from the app. It will be as if you are calling in the office.
What are
So
the rates
it's
like
a very
for VoIP?
so the rates, we give you an extension, a line. We can create any line you want, 010, you want 087, even any area code. So there we are looking at about 50 rands that will be renting that line monthly.
Are
We
you
are renting the
serious?
line for 50 rand because we are keeping it active, yes.
And then
And
to
then
make calls?
you to make calls, the airtime is prepaid, but the calls are very affordable.
And then in
The
terms of
airtime,
that's what I want to know, the rates.
the rates are very affordable. It's just that I don't have my paper now to see those rates, but it's less than 40 cents when you are calling the landline. It's less
Really?
than 40 cents. And then when you are calling now the so-called of Vodacom, MTN, Cell C, we'll be looking at about, again, it's about 70 cents, less than 70 cents per minute when you are making those calls now to those service providers.
So it's actually cheaper than any other
Yes,
network.
it's cheaper. Yes, because if you're looking at it's more of your mobile office because you won't miss any calls. Remember now, if you have a company, you can have your emails on your phone. You can answer your email, and then again. But now, if you miss those calls, that would be unfortunate. So you don't have to miss the calls. That
Yes.
is why now the VoIP is here, so that you can always be
Awesome.
receiving your calls.
Awesome.
Yes.
I need to connect with you. So you'll be sending me your price list after this. And then
Yes,
Zilindile,
I'll
what makes
definitely do that.
Zilindile happy?
You know, we are in the Val, but what we've realized in the Val is the fact that the Val is underdeveloped. If you were to look in the Gauteng,
Yeah.
Val is just one of the areas that are so underdeveloped. Now we're looking at what we are doing in the company, and then we're looking even the job opportunities that we're still going to create because we started as an internet service provider, but later on, due to see the gap in the industry or the problems that people are encountering, then we kept on adding these services, hence to be where we are right now. Because if you're looking at them, they connect to each other. Because we would go and connect the internet, and then the client would be asking, if what if there's a load shedding? What am I going to do? Then we're saying no. That means we'll have to get to the solar so that you won't have the load shedding. Because even on our towers, we do not have the load shedding. Our towers have a built-up system of solar and the backup batteries. So we do. So it would be unfair if from where you are, from where we are broadcasting the internet, if there's a load setting and then in your area there's no load setting, but still you don't have internet, so or you have solar in your house, so we ended up now adding the solar, and then another product from that is the part of the automated homes. We are selling even the TV boxes, so that if you want to convert your TV to be smart, you don't have to buy a new smart TV because now you have uncapped internet. But we can give you just a device, you put it on your TV, then you convert your old TV now to be the smart TV.
Okay.
So that is what we are doing.
Sorry, can I ask a question? I think you missed my
Yes,
question,
yes.
but it's fine. My question was, what makes you happy? But now I want to ask you another question. Seeing that it's Women's Month, what can you tell women who want to get into the industry?
Yes, what I can tell women, it's not easy, but it's worth it. So far, that's what I have discovered. So I would really want to encourage women to take up the space. There are doors that we have knocked, and then when they were showing us the grant that they offer, and then they would say sometimes no, but if this company was a women owned, we're going to offer 100%, we're going to give you 100%. So there are still opportunities for women out there. There are opportunities. I would really encourage them to take up the space, to go into this industry. There are opportunities for them.
All right, all right. And what makes you happy? Because we're Happy People News. We need to know what makes you, Zilindile, happy.
It makes me happy because of looking at the problems that we are solving in the community. That's what keeps me excited. We do have problems, but looking at the future of the company, to the impact that we can have in the community, that one keeps me happy beyond the problems that we are experiencing currently. Because there are problems, but now what makes us to be happy people is the fact that we're looking at the problems that we are solving in the community. Because number one, the issue of the employment, we are addressing it.
Yeah. Problem solving makes you happy.
Yeah, it does. It does, definitely. It makes me happy.
And then, okay, lastly, Abantu, where can they get hold of you? Are you visible? Are you on social media, or can they call you if people want to connect and want to get subscribed to your services?
Yes, we are available. We do have a website. It's very long. It's www.smartlinkwirelessa.com. That is our website. And then in terms of the telephone number, we've got 010 012 6137. That is where you can call us. You can send us a WhatsApp on that number. If you go to Facebook, you will find us as Smart Link Wireless. We're on Facebook. You go to Instagram, SmartLink_wireless. So that is where we are available at this stage. You can always get us there if you go in those social media.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zilindile.
Thank you.